Soul folk music is the term used by Joy Ike when describing her own musical style. The Squirrel Hill native has been captivating audiences since 2004 with her emotionally driven live performances. I sat down with Joy Ike to talk about her musical career and where it's headed in this edition of A Pittsburgh Sound.
First we shuffled our feet and we muffled our speech. We didn't say what we were thinking, but it came out and polished, quick and clean. I changed the look on my face, he changed the speed of his pace. I said, go on and say it, just be honest to my face.
My name is Joy Ike. I'm based here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I've been playing out in the Pittsburgh area for about almost 6 years now. My sound, I kind of, over the last few years, have coined a term called soul folk, which is basically soulful folk music. It goes back and forth between pop, neo-soul, slightly, maybe a little bit of jazz, but it just, I don't know, it takes the personality sometimes of the room I'm in, the people I'm performing in front of, the demographic. It just seems to always be changing.
I am something out of ordinary. It's okay, I'm used to being left out in the dark.
I really think that a lot of people latch on to not necessarily the idea of going to see live music, but the artist behind the music. Like, I think a lot of people come out to shows to see a personality worked into music, and it's more interesting whenever you get to see a piece of the person, the music they're writing. A lot of my music, the things that drive my music, the stories behind them, I think have become so important to the music making process, and I think people really appreciate hearing stories. They come to shows not necessarily to hear a song, but to hear a story in the form of a song.
But I got voted, along with good friends, Colonizing the Cosmos, as one of the top artists for 2010 for YPs. So I'm really excited about that. Thanks.
There's a rumor, pictures speak louder than 1,000 words. Even louder than the sound you never heard.
The first album I put out was called Good Morning. I released it in 2008, and that was kind of like, everyone says that you have your whole lifetime to write your first album, and then every other album after that you only have about 2 years. So Good Morning was really a story of my life as it had come to be at that point. So I put out a new album about 6 months ago called Rumors. And I started writing for that almost immediately after putting out Good Morning. Rumors is very, very different. In fact, I feel like they're night and day as far as stylistically, lyrically. Rumors was an album created through a collaborative work with the people that I play with on a regular basis. Good Morning, I brought in musicians that I'd never played with before, and I think at that point I wasn't even sure who I was as a musician, but over the last few years I've had a consistent group of musicians that I play with regularly that all contributed to the album. And so for that reason, I feel like it's a more mature sound because it's been developed and it was developed over years. Lyrically, I think the running theme through Rumors was really about truth, hence the title Rumors. It was really about, how do we fish through all the stuff that we hear now in our culture, and how do we find out what is truth and what is not. Because there's truth. There has to be truth, because if there's no truth, then everything's relative. And if everything's relative, we don't have rules, and rules, what do you do? So, and I believe so strongly in that. And I feel like that's just kind of laid the foundation for Rumors specifically, and for my music, my shows, and everything that I do.
Just know that I exist and opportunities missed, like regrets in life. Thank you.